Today we're gonna make a bulging heart. See how the background is all checkerboard and the heart looks like it's sort of bulging out? That's what we're gonna work on today. So I'm gonna move this. You need a couple pieces of paper, some scissors, a marker, and either a black marker or a Sharpie. So I'm gonna start by actually cutting a heart out of one paper because I know that it's really hard to draw a good heart. And I know that I can make a great one if I cut one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold my first piece of paper in half, like this. And then I'm going to cut a heart out of it. If you need to draw it first, you're welcome to do that. You start here and go up and around like this. And then you have a heart. So what you're gonna do then is you're going to try and find the middle of your piece of paper as much as you can. Like this. Let's see, I know that looking here and here, that looks about the same, and it's about the same top to bottom. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to carefully use my pencil and I'm going to trace around my heart, because that gives me a good heart. Like this. Oops. And then, let's see. There we go, and I have a heart. It's not perfectly traced, but I can see it on there. In fact, what I might do first is I might take my Sharpie or my marker, and I'm going to trace around it like this, so I'm nice and neat. If I need to go back and erase some of my pencil out, I can do that. Or if I do a pretty good job, I don't need to. So, let's see. I'm gonna go all the way around. Like this. Ooh, I did pretty well, but I've got a little pencil, so I'm gonna use my eraser and just erase that out a little bit. Next, I have to use my ruler to make this look right, at least on the side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my paper on the side, and I'm gonna use the inches part of the ruler, and I'm gonna line up that little, the first mark with the edge of my paper, like this. And my paper is about 11 inches long, which doesn't really matter. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pencil and I'm going to put a small mark at every inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I'm going to move my ruler to the other side. I'm gonna line up that mark at the top again, just like I did before. And I'm going to put mark on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna turn my paper back this way. Now, actually, you know what? It's probably easier to leave it this way. I'm going to draw my lines. Now, you probably want to do it in pencil first, but I'm going to do it in marker to keep us moving along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the lines across, but not in the heart. I'm only going to do the ones on the outside of the heart. So watch. I'm going to line it up so I can see the mark here and the mark here, and I'm going to draw this line all the way across. I'm going to scoot this one down, and I can draw this line all the way across. I'm going to scoot this one down, and look, now I'm into my heart. And I don't want to draw inside my heart. So I'm going to draw from here to here. I'm going to pick up my marker. I'm going to draw from here to here, pick up my marker, and then draw off the edge. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to line up my lines and then just draw from here to the heart and the heart to the edge. I'm going to go all the way down my whole paper doing this. Because my background of my heart was nice and straight. I feel like I'm a little off here. Well, maybe I'm about right. I don't know. this. I'm gonna go all the way off. Okay, now is the trickier part. The first one I'm gonna line up is directly down the center of my ruler, like this, or center of my heart. I'm gonna line up this middle part of the heart so I can see just a little bit of it, and this right here. And I'm gonna draw one line that goes all the way through the middle of the heart and all the way to the edge of the paper like this. Then I have to make squares on the rest of it. But I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before. I'm not going to draw inside the heart. So I'm gonna draw down until the heart, stop, and then finish out the other side. I'm gonna go over here and do that again, like this. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm trying to make it about the same rather than measuring. Like this. And down to the heart and over like this. And then I'm gonna do this other side. I think it's easier to flip my paper up and down so I can get that right, so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do like this. I'm going to go to my heart and then up, and then like this, to my heart, then up, then like this. There I have my background done and the one line. Now, the bulges go like this. Anything on this side of the heart has to round this way, okay? So I have to start at my line and end at my line, and and then it's gonna round, I'm gonna make a rainbow like this. Same thing from here to here. So this rounds up, and same thing here. This rounds up. That one was tiny. Now, same but opposite on the other side. This time we've got to round the other direction. So I'm going to go from here to here, and I'm going to round up all the way over to here, around this one all the way to here, and this one, whoopsie, to here. That got a little bit straight, but it's okay. Now, I need to round these. I like to turn my paper a little bit. It's up to you though how you do it. So I have to do the same thing I did from here to here and then here to here. I'm gonna rainbow up every single time. This time I'm only rainbowing up. So I'm gonna rainbow up from here to here, and then from where this line starts to where this line starts. Now this one is gonna be big. I'm gonna go all the way across with my rainbow. So I'm gonna go all the way, I'm gonna hit that one and then come over here. This one is the same thing, like this and this. Okay, and I'm done with my drawing. Now, the coloring is really important. I'm gonna start and I'm gonna color the inside of my heart first. I'm just gonna do it in a checkerboard pattern, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pick a section, whatever section it is, and I'm gonna start coloring it. I'm gonna be neat, and it's probably easier to just pick one color and do the whole thing, but it's up to you. So I know that this one is not gonna be red, so I know that this one is. Skip this one and do this one. Like this. And then down here. And this, oopsie, I screwed up. So this one, luckily I screwed it up on a teeny tiny little piece that hopefully nobody will ever notice. That's part of it, you know, sometimes we make mistakes, but it's okay. I'm not gonna restart for the whole thing for that one tiny little bit. But that is a good reason to be careful. Sometimes if you want to, you could dot the ones that you know are gonna be red first and then go back and color them. But be careful with your dotting because you don't wanna dot in the wrong place. The other thing you could do if you make a mistake is instead of leaving the other ones white, you could you could color the other ones black, and it immediately hides all your mistakes because black will go over red quite easily. Okay, so I've done half of my heart. Now the other half, basically opposite. So I know that if this one's red, this one's gonna be white. So this one's gonna be red. And then this one's gonna be red. And one. I'm just gonna zoom along here to get us, so you're not watching me color, because that's really not that much fun. It's more fun for you to do. I'm gonna do these ones on the edges though. Okay, so let's pretend I have my whole thing colored. Now, what you have to do is in each square, you have to color the opposite of what is inside the heart. So this one is an easy one to start on because I can see the difference. I know that the inside is white, so that I know that the outside is going to be red. And once you do one out here, then you can do the rest of them, because now you're just following the pattern using. So I know then that this one is white, which makes these two red. This one is white, and you see the difference? So this is where I screwed up. We're not telling anyone. So that one should have been white, so this one is red. So, like this. We all make mistakes sometimes, and that's totally okay. So here's the red one. So this one would be red. And you're gonna just keep going until you've colored in the whole thing, and it looks like this. So there you go. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon.